crossbow of Tom can only be cast on enemies whose weaknesses are all hit. The damage crossbow of Tom deals will be regarded as basic attack damage, and the amount of arrows she shoots scales with her attack speed. The burst damage and the invincibility brought by the skill make Wan unbeatable when she fights alone and also in team fights. In team fights, Wan triggers Tiger Pace to move a short distance and activates Needles and Flowers to remove control effects so that she could deal massive damage while dodging the enemy's attack. Then, she seizes the right timing to activate Swallow's Path. To stun enemies, she activates Crossbow of Tom to kill the targets quickly and destroy the enemy's lineup during the following attacks. Finally, Wan utilizes Tiger Pace again to move and reap, and that's our new hero, Wan. Pick her up for 599 diamonds or 32,000 battle points with a 30% off discount in her launch week. Don't miss out. Want to know more strategies for Wan? Stay tuned for the Hero Guide and Road to Mythic available upon her release. Until next time, we'll be seeing you in the Land of Dawn.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
today, opponents, we strive to bring home pride, and yet our power when combined is a force to change the world. Our nations share a common dream. Our roots are old shall fight till the end.
Stay together! There is hope!
Bless us with unrivaled courage. My brother. I shall bring you home.
Prepare to die!
For Manye!
As war is raging, the evil Abyssal Army is laying siege to the Empire.
Explode! Abyssum strike!
Iran crushed the barrier of justice. This Abyssal Army is charging towards the capital. Disaster. Destruction. One after another. Only the Imperial Knights are making the last stand. As the demons keep pouring in, Tigreal has no choice but order to retreat. Withdrawing to the Imperial Sanctuary is their only choice. Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Hero Spotlight. This week, a new hero, Agile Tiger 1-1, will join us in the Land of Dawn.
To me, fun is all that matters.
Wan could move swiftly around enemies and detect the weaknesses of enemy heroes. Then, she will hit the weaknesses of the enemies, dealing burst damage. Passive, Tiger Pace. Wan reveals the weakness and the position of enemy heroes when attacking enemies with her hidden weapons. She deals extra damage according to the target's max HP when hitting their weaknesses with her hidden weapons. The damage she deals will increase if she hits all the weaknesses of the target. Wan can move a short distance when she throws a sleeve dart. The speed of this movement scales with the attack speed. Since she could move a short distance after attacking, she could easily dodge damage from the enemies and poke them while dealing damage. First skill, Swallow's Path. Wan throws a fire swallow in a designated direction, dealing physical damage to enemies along the path and triggering Tiger Pace. Every once in a while, Wan retrieves a swallow dagger from the fire swallow, dealing physical damage to enemies in its path and slowing them down. The swallow dagger will deal more damage if it hits the weaknesses of enemies from the back. The enemy hit by the swallow dagger twice will be stunned. With this skill, Wan could deal damage to enemies and control them, as the fire swallow could return she can quickly hit the weaknesses of the enemies from their back. Second skill, Needles in Flowers. Wan removes all the control effects from herself immediately and releases deadly needles to nearby enemies, dealing physical damage. The ability of removing all the control effects greatly increases Wan's chances of survival in battles. Ultimate, Crossbow of Tom. Wan activates the crossbows and shoots arrows at enemies continuously. Each arrow deals physical damage. When Wan activates her ultimate, she becomes invincible. After Wan fires arrows continuously and kills an enemy hero, she will search for another target to attack, activating her crossbows for several extra seconds and increasing her attack rate. When Wan takes back her crossbows or kills an enemy hero, Tiger Face will be triggered. Crossbow of Tom can only be cast on enemies whose weaknesses are all hit. The damage Crossbow of Tom deals will be regarded as basic attack damage, and the amount of arrows she shoots scales with her attack speed. The burst damage and the invincibility brought by the skill make Wan unbeatable when she fights alone and also in team fights. In team fights, Wan triggers Tiger Face to move a short distance and activates Needles and Flowers to remove control effects so that she could deal massive damage while dodging the enemy's attack. Then, she seizes the right timing to activate Swallow's Path to stun enemies. She activates Crossbow of Tom to kill the targets quickly and destroy the enemy's lineup during the following attacks. Finally, Wan utilizes Tiger Face again to move and reap. And that's our new hero, Wan. Pick her up for 599 diamonds or 32,000 battle points with a 30% off discount in her launch week. Don't miss out. Want to know more strategies for Wan? Stay tuned for the hero guide and Road to Mythic available upon her release. Until next time, we'll be seeing you in the land of dawn.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
I do what I want to do.
Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
With war raging on, our country is on the brink of destruction.
Kill them all! Take no prisoners!
Watch out! I can handle this.
Dominus Illuminatia Mea. Watch your back!
Hold the line. Don't let them pass our defenses.
Luxin tenebris licet.
Not a single soul can stop me!
We shall fight till the end!
Stay together, for there is hope! As war is raging, the evil Abyssal Army is laying siege to the Empire.
Explode! Abyssum strike!
Iran crushed the barrier of justice with ease. Abyssal Army is charging towards the capital. Disaster. Destruction, one after another. Only the Imperial Knights are making the last stand. As the demons keep pouring in, Tigreal has no choice but order to retreat. Withdrawing to the Imperial Sanctuary is their only choice.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Hi everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Hero Spotlight. This week, a new hero, Agile Tiger 1-1, will join us in the Land of Dawn.
To me, fun is all that matters.
Wan could move swiftly around enemies and detect the weaknesses of enemy heroes. Then, she will hit the weaknesses of the enemies, dealing burst damage. Passive. Tiger Pace. Wan reveals the weakness and the position of enemy heroes when attacking enemies with her hidden weapons. She deals extra damage according to the target's max HP when hitting their weaknesses with her hidden weapons. The damage she deals will increase if she hits all the weaknesses of the target. Wan can move a short distance when she throws a sleeve dart. The speed of this movement scales with the attack speed. Since she could move a short distance after attacking, she could easily dodge damage from the enemies and poke them while dealing damage. First skill, Swallow's Path. Wan throws a fire swallow in a designated direction, dealing physical damage to enemies along the path and triggering Tiger Pace. Every once in a while, Wan retrieves a swallow dagger from the fire swallow, dealing physical damage to enemies in its path and slowing them down. The swallow dagger will deal more damage if it hits the weaknesses of enemies from the back. The enemy hit by the swallow dagger twice will be stunned. With this skill, Wan could deal damage to enemies and control them. As the Fire Swallow could return to Wan, she could quickly hit the weaknesses of the enemies from their back. Second skill, Needles in Flowers. Wan removes all the control effects from herself immediately and releases deadly needles to nearby enemies, dealing physical damage. The ability of removing all the control effects greatly increases Wan's chances of survival in battles. Ultimate, Crossbow of Tom. Wan activates the crossbows and shoots arrows at enemies continuously. Each arrow deals physical damage. When Wan activates her ultimate, she becomes invincible. After Wan fires arrows continuously and kills an enemy hero, she will search for another target to attack, activating her crossbows for several extra seconds and increasing her attack rate. When Wan takes back her crossbows or kills an enemy hero, Tiger Face will be triggered. Crossbow of Tom can only be cast on enemies whose weaknesses are all hit. The damage Crossbow of Tom deals will be regarded as basic attack damage, and the amount of arrows she shoots scales with her attack speed. The burst damage and the invincibility brought by the skill make Wan unbeatable when she fights alone and also in team fights. In team fights, Wan triggers Tiger Face to move a short distance and activates Needles and Flowers to remove control effects so that she could deal massive damage while dodging the enemy's attack. Then, she seizes the right timing to activate Swallow's Path to stun enemies. She activates Crossbow of Tom to kill the targets quickly and destroy the enemy's lineup during the following attacks. Finally, Wan utilizes Tiger Face again to move and reap, and that's our new hero, Wan. Pick her up for 599 diamonds or 32,000 battle points with a 30% off discount in her launch week. Don't miss out. Want to know more strategies for Wan? Stay tuned for the Hero Guide and Road to Mythic available upon her release. Until next time, we'll be seeing you in the Land of Dawn.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
now, the moment that we have all been waiting for. It's the 30th Southeast Asian Games Mobile Legends Bang Bang Discipline. And of course, this is going to be the gold medal match between the Philippines and Indonesia. And of course, we will be bringing you the action. I am Nomad.
And I am Yuko. So, thank you so much to those people that has been waiting here on the stream. I've been seeing hashtags and comments saying hashtag we wait as one. But of course, the wait will always be worth it. This is Team PH versus Team Indonesia.
Yeah, and it has been a long journey for all of our teams here. And the question on everybody's mind is, who's going to be taking home the gold medal for their country? Will it be the Philippines or will it be Indonesia? That's a lot to think about going into this. But looking at the teams, the two teams that we have, who do you think has a better chance in getting the gold medal?
All right, so I'm going to have to give it to Team PH because they had more games, so they have a bit of a more edge experience because they were able to undergo a handful of pressures. Because if I'm not mistaken, Indonesia, they had a very smooth run. Like, they barely lost. But yeah, I guess even if you have a handful of defeats, it just makes you stronger. And I think PH also has a momentum right now.
And that is not to discount the fact that Indonesia is also one of the strongest in our region in Mobile Legends Bang Bang, as well as in other esports titles out there. But we will be 2-0 victory. Very suspenseful fight, to say the least, if you're a wait as one.
And the creativity of people, right? They're able to tweak or make a creativity of people, right? They're able to tweak or make a joke out of the motto, we win as one.
Yeah. I mean, it's a long wait. Arena of Valor just finished, actually. And what we are here for. We wait as one.
We're gonna say that anyway. So yeah, let's talk about Mobile Legends real quick. It's some magical reason it became so popular to the point that literally in every corner, almost everyone you know, almost everyone in your workplace, your classmates, even your teachers sometimes, they play Mobile Legends. And tournaments like these, the skills of the players, it just added as to how Mobile Legends grew as a game.
Yeah, and it really did take a lot of tournaments to get Mobile Legends to what it is right now. And it took the community tremendous effort to just show that the community right here
everyone you know, almost everyone in your workplace to jump into the stream. All of us casters were just sitting on the floor. We were rolling.
We were not sitting on the floor. We were lying down on the floor.
They were lying down on the floor. I was on the sofa. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you hogged all the sofa. But yeah, for those of you who are just tuning in, this is the 30th Southeast Asian Games Mobile Legends Bang Bang Gold medal match between the Philippines and Indonesia, and we are just waiting for the players to get ready in the lobby.
Again, guys, if you support Team PH, use the hashtag Team Philippines, or if you want Team Indonesia to win, just comment hashtag Team Indonesia.
But of course, don't forget to use the hashtag WeWin as one, because the Southeast Asia region has won as one because of this momentous moment in history, as you know, esports medals. Esports and medals. That's something that
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, if you talk about a normal tournament, yeah, there are medals, but not something this big. So it means a lot that finally SEA Games, maybe even the Olympics, they recognize esports as these video game titles as a sport.
And it really, you know, we saw this coming. It's about time that esports has been recognized as an official sport, and I don't know, it's mixed emotions. Ever since the start of the Southeast Asian Games, ever since the start of Southeast Asian Games, it was all mixed emotions. What's not mixed right now is our words, because the players are still in the lobby.
We're still waiting. I'm so sorry, guys. I mean, we can't force something to happen, right? So you guys are just have to hashtag we wait as one again. We hope you already ate your dinner or snacks. If you're with your family or special or your loved ones, just chill and explain to them what Mobile Legends is. Also, I have a friend that said she was watching the TV. Her dad used to be an athlete, so his dad tuned on his TV and said, why are there video games here in the SEA Games? So she explained to him that finally esports, or these video game titles, are being recognized as a sport. And surprisingly, her father, smiled, because he said, that's nice to see that they're branching onto more titles, more games, and more opportunities, because as you all know, the amount of people that plays these video game titles are a lot.
And it's like the argument, why can't video games be a sport? Because sport is, you know, lifting weights, playing basketball,
those physical
stuff. Chess is not physical, but it's still considered a sport. Esport can also be considered a sport, because it's not just thinking, it's also the reflexes that you have to do in this game. And that is why esports should be considered a sport. And esport is spelled with no dashes, no capital S's. Straight up esports.
Just that, yeah, esports. No dashes, like what he said. I mean, it's a common mistake, okay? Because we haven't had. Wait, no, there was a standard format that was released before. I guess they just weren't able to before you sat on the caster desk. Oh, that explains it.
While we were waiting, I was waiting for one of the other titles to finish before we get into this lobby. Of course, the code is right on top of our heads. You can, there are the codes there.
You guys get that now. You enter the code in the site for Mobile Legends, and you will get something. We won't tell you what it is, but it is a surprise.
Maybe I should just log in right now. What that is for you guys. The code is for you guys, of course, to be all set, because not a lot of people believe that we should, we're on camera, we start. There's a lot of behind the scenes things going through. Players
also, I'm just gonna say it right now. If you guys do not know how this works, don't say anything else, because the prod is just gonna give us a signal, and whatever it is that's happening on the main stage, that's the only thing that's being given to us via feed. So if we're still talking, that means of course the players aren't ready yet, or the game hasn't started yet. But
here we go. The players behind us are drafting, and we are are gonna go into the draft right now as we speak. Kaja and Masha is gonna be banned out here for Indonesia and Philippines. Of course, this is gonna be a best of 5 series. The first team to get 3 wins will take home the gold.
Goodness me. Esmeralda immediately being the second ban here for Team Indonesia. Obviously, not a respect ban to Nepomuceno right here, but of course, Team PH will ban out that link. Harith, Grok, Kufra, and Xborg. Open. I did mention Ling already.
Yeah, playing it's gonna be banned. X from Philippines.
That's gonna be Castle Mayor's, Grok, and Nepomuceno's Harith. Cho open. Lunox if they want to. Let's see who. Thom is open as well.
Tom's is open. Kufra. Kufra is a viable pick here for Indonesia, as well as a marksman. Probably steal that Granger away from Team Philippines. Instead, they are gonna go for Selena. Claude and Selena.
Okay, so Claude is still viable in the meta for, not just in Indonesia actually. I've seen Team PH use this in their scrims. So let's see who will be the third pick for Team PH. They could, Indonesia already picked a Claude, so they could go for a Granger or pick an offlaner. Could be Cho, could be Thams, and just hope that Team Indonesia will not ban out the Granger. But then again, Arcangel has a carry.
Well, they are still gonna stick with what works for them. Basha is gonna be picked up here by Team Philippines. It is going to be a Bataanon Basha, if I may say so myself. And we do see the people behind the scenes here, the coaches drafting for their teams.
Granger gonna be the second rotation ban for Team Indonesia. They lack a tank, so they could ban an Akai. Yeah, Team Indonesia, I've seen a handful of games on Akai. And Team PH will most likely get an offlaner. Thom, like what I said, Thom is open. Cho is open. We've seen Villa use those heroes.
Yeah, it's going to be a Lunox being banned here by the Philippines. Yeah, they need to get a proper marksman out. A carry is not a bad idea. They're going to prioritize the Cho instead.
Well, Indonesia already has their marksman. So, I guess no need to rush the pick for Arcangel or whoever's going to be marksman. Because we saw in one game when Nepomuceno was the one that used Granger. That was against Team Thailand.
Work wonders.
Let's see who. Oh, Lilia gonna be hovered and a Minotaur.
Minotaur is actually pretty good.
It is.
Especially considering the fact that as soon as Harith lands his Zaman Force, he's wide open for a Minoan Fury to cancel any Chrono Dashes from happening. But at the same time, they need to make sure that Cho here, Castro Mayor, if it's going to be a Castro Mayor Cho,
it's going to be a Villa Cho.
Oh, it's going to be a Villa Cho, alright. As long as the Cho doesn't get any easy openings on towards Lilia or Selena.
Ooh, no marksman for Team PH.
A no marksman composition. This is really curious.
Also, can I just say that the amount of CC on Team Indonesia is a lot. AoE damage for days, man.
And Hellcurt is going to go for the split push agenda here for Team Philippines. Indonesia, on the other hand, they have good team fight potential here, especially with that Minotaur coming in and that Xborg as well. One Minoan Fury and then one last Insanity. That might just turn the tides of battle here for in favor of Indonesia. It's going to be a tough call because the Philippines need to make sure that Hellcurt goes online in terms of securing the objectives. That is what he needs to do as a Hellcurt player. So more times, 5 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, I mean, it's going to be a 5v4 clash at anywhere. And we here to smash them. We are going to smash the like button here because the Philippines and Indonesia are fighting for the gold medal here at the 30th Southeast Asian Games.
This is the grand finals, best of 5 again. Team Indonesia versus Team Philippines. Let's do the team rundown later, but so far, the draft is looking pretty good for these two teams. I'm a bit worried about the no marksman composition from Team PH. However, we have seen teams pull off a no marksman composition.
Yeah, it works well, but they need to make sure that they don't go into full team fights because that's where the marksman will live. But while that's happening, Bataano's going to be called out here by Julianto. Julianto is actually going to go ahead and go down, secure the kill onto Bataano. While that's happening, Castro Mayor is dangerously low on HP. Actually did not manage to steal up that buff from the Nepomuceno. But speaking of the Nepomuceno, he is part of Team PH, and he is going to be playing on that Harith. And we also have Arcangel on that Hellcurt.
Now, of course, Arcangel just going to farm that out. Julian, of course, is going to use and spam that first skill, and Abyssal Arrow did not connect.
And the rest of the Team Philippines are as follows. Castro Mayor on that Grok, Bataan on the Basha. All that's happening, though. Fire Snakes and Zama Force are going to be committed there in order to secure that crab gold for Julianto.
Zama Force apparently not connecting. And I believe they did try to target Selena, but Selena was able to dash out.
Yeah, they managed to escape that. So 1-0 lead in favor of Indonesia. The gold lead is not that big. One big team fight here. Putra, as long as he gets the Minoa Fury, will start to look for fights. Can be disabled, though, by this Castro Mayor with a wild charge. But that is a big wish for the Philippines because this Minotaur player is, playing it safe so far.
That's true. And I actually like the Minotaur pick. We haven't seen much Minotaur lately here in the Pro Scene, most likely because of his nerf that his ultimate has a very, very high cooldown, but it's a matter of just trying to ration out and get that perfect timing.
And Firdaus here is going to be dancing away from that Basha.
Turtle already up. Also, for team rundowns, for Team Indonesia, we have Putra on this Minotaur, Gustian on this Claude. Ooh, the names got the names disappeared, but here
there is going to be a big team fight. There goes the Minoa Fury being committed, and that is going to be denied by Indonesia. Actually secures the kill. Castro Mayor might be next here.
Nope, able to get away. Use guard this barrier just so he will be able to shield himself out. Now Villa rotating over to the bot lane, and Team Indonesia already giving the turtle a start.
Arcangel being pushed in the back lines here by Julianto. Last Insanity is going to be committed. Might actually be enough, and yes, it is going to be enough. That's going to be another kill secured by Indonesia. There goes the Zama Force, but that Zama Force is going to be a defensive Zama Force.
This is the early gameplay. They have a Selena. They need
by Team PH.
Next objective gonna be up in 76 seconds. Arcangel just farming it out here at the top lane, and Xborg is there at the top lane as well. Lilia, she already got one kill, so she just needs to ramp up those bombs and ramp up those damage.
Almost 2,000 gold lead here by Indonesia. That's going to be the first turret down. Julianto is actually predicted that fire missile very well onto that Hellcurt. He knows that the Hellcurt is going to be blinking away from that. But while that's happening, over to the bottom lane, Batanon is going to be forced back. Zama Force is going to be committed near at the bottom lane turret. Batanon going to try to secure a stun here. Instead, going to be jumping over the wall. This turret is not going to go down anytime soon, and they are applying a lot of pressure.
That is true. Of course, Guardian's Barrier going to be used as well, with Bataan just lurking at the backsides. They are trying to box in this three people. Bottom lane turret already being taken out. Castro Mayor at the front line and use Power of Nature.
Power of Nature is not enough, and he is going to be forced to fall back here as well. Secures the stun onto Putra, but I don't think that's going to be any more commitment there. Batanon being focused down here by Firdaus and Putra. They're going to be falling back. Disengaging is a wiser choice here. They are going to be attempting another steal here. Abyssal Arrow is not going to be connecting to anybody. That is a beautiful Minoan Fury by Putra, and that's going to be committing the Dark Nightfall as well in order for them to escape. Archangel. Archangel, is going to be in the backline, securing the kill onto Minotaur. Red One's going to go down by the hands of Batanon. Castro Mayor is going to be chased out by Gusta. There goes a Blazing Duet, securing the kill onto him. That's going to be a double kill for Nepomuceno. And they are going to be taking out Gustian. And this is actually working really well for them. Juliato secures a kill with that last insanity. And he has to fall back here. It is a 2-for-4 engagement in favor of the Philippines.
Goodness me, did you see Nepomuceno right there? He just waited for the proper opening, and you are still Harriet. Of course, the dash ins and the damage that you have is still very, very strong. Look at the like emoji, able to get, of course, a buff, and rotating over to that top lane crab. Slowly but surely, Team PH, they are getting their footing, but up until when? Because, of course, Team Indonesia, they still have something in their pocket.
Yeah, they still have the gold lead. The Calamity Reaper is going to be picked up. I believe of Despair is going to be picked up by Villa. And this top lane, though, there goes the stun connecting. Batana secures a kill onto Firdaus. Putra in. Bad spot, does have the range available, can go for the Minoan Fury here to just... That's going to be Ina Putra and Firdaus going on to Castle Mayor. Charging up, going to try to go for a fight there. That's going to be the first lane turret going down.
Claude here at the bot lane, and of course these two tanks just saying hi, hello to each other, slowly but surely, almost 8 minutes in. 6 kills for the blue side, 7 on to the red side. 2 turrets already being taken out by Team PH as well as Team Indonesia. Very, very close call.
Very close call indeed. Batanon is going to be here on the bottom lane.
Baksha just, of course, gonna look for an opening right there. Team Indonesia still targeting that turtle. Will they be able to steal it, though?
And that is going to be a turtle secured by Indonesia once again. That's going to be the Minoan Fury connecting on to Batanon. They're going to be backing up. Putra is going to be focused out here. Flicker is going to be committed by Putra in order to escape.
Line push here at the mid lane. Oh no, Archangel actually got stunned and used ulti, but apparently it is not enough. He got taken out by Team Indonesia.
And they are going to be focusing this fight here. I think the Philippines is overcommitting their spot here, but if they can secure the kill onto Firdaus, that could be a game changer. Putra has the Minoan Fury available. Not going to be committing it just yet. Not a lot of teammates here for Indonesia in order for them to secure that fight.
The amount of discipline and courage that Putra has to just be at the front line, wait for a good place to use Minoan Fury is very commendable. He does not care even if he's being targeted by Nepomuceno.
What's happening? Red One trying to slow down this push that's coming over the top side. Will be rejoining his team over in the mid lane, because the mid lane is going to be next point of contention here for Team PH. Castro Mayor is going to be singled out there by Julianto over the top side.
Ooh, these two teams, Zamafor is going to be committed onto that mid lane.
Insanity actually in time takes out Nepomuceno. That's going to be Batanon caught in between the Minoan Fury. Archangel goes for the Deadly Poison Stinger's not enough to kill Red One.
He got taken out. That was a 3-for-0 in favor of Team Indonesia. The 2 damage dealers got taken out. So, of course, they are gonna most likely trade this for a mid lane turret.
And now Villa will not be able to secure the kill onto Claude there. Might be the one taken out. Goes for the Wave of the Dragon. Not a lot of damage. Lily is here to actually secures the kill onto Claude. And he's going to be traded out here, no doubt.
He did not see that, I guess, the Minotaur was there. Lord One already up. Fear that's receiving a lot of damage from Bataan right here, and he used Flicker just to get out, but nope, Selena still got eliminated at the map, deleted.
Garden's Bear is going to be choosed. Julianto fired missiles. Not going to be enough damage just yet. Nepomuceno is dangerously low though.
Bombs coming in from Lilia's already starting to hurt so much. Arcangel just gonna get as much vision as he can. Xborg just gonna go back to the base. Space created, I noticed, for the Claude. He is able to farm, so that is something Team PH should look out for.
Speaking of looking out for, the Lord is going to be an objective that the Philippines need to secure in order for them to at least start with the pushes. It needs to start to get more map control in this game. Castro Mayor in a bit of a duel there against Putra.
And this battle being picked up by Villa right here. Wings being picked up by Claude as well. They're pretty scattered all around the map. 4 members from Team PH just lurking here at the Milling Gardens barrier being used by Castro Mayor right here.
This is going to be a patience game here for the Philippines. If they can find a small opening here from Indonesia, probably when they're going and secure the Lord. But while that's happening, Bataan is going to be singled out. It is a 4-man bot lane here. No Minimum Fury is committed by Putra just yet, but the Sun is going to be connecting onto Castro Mayor. Castro Mayor going to try... to whittle down the HP of Ridwan there. But that's going to be over to the bottom lane. Xborg is going to be following there shortly, 5v4. But while that's happening, Villa, on that show, it's going to go ahead and start pushing the top lane. Going to be distracting Indonesia here at the very least.
The bombs from this Villa hurts a lot. This is a level 1 Lord, Bataan, Nepomuceno, and Castro Mayor just lurking at the sides. And now Team Indonesia forced to do a reset onto the Lord.
Batanon is actually going to go down quite shortly here. Minoa Fury connecting on to Batanon and Castro Mayor as well. He's going to be taken out. It is a 0 for Sandy, and the Fire Snake's not going to be enough to stop it. Will be able to secure the turret. Yes, that's going to be more than enough. Goes for the duel here. Will secure the kill. On to Julianto. And it's now a 2v2. Get on! Julianto is taken out. Putra, the only sole survivor here in Indonesia, is now in a bad spot against the Philippine representatives as they begin. Sieging up the top lane.
Minion waves are now pouring updated.
Gustin is alive, and that is it. Game number 1 is going to be secured by Philippines. That was a steal of a game.
Close. Okay, so at first I was questioning what Castro Mayor and Bataan was doing, because yes, Hayes tends to stand a lot or be in idle mode, as I'd like to call it as a joke, but he was only receiving damage. And then I thought, why is Castro Mayor not doing anything as well? So I noticed the moment the ultimates and the skills were on cooldown, that's the only time Nepomuceno as well as Arcangel jumped in. And then I...
Actually, for Team Philippines, kita nyo yung talagang ginamit na ni Basaanan yung revitalize niya. Para lang manggigil sa kanya. Kasi yun yung nagiging problema sa ibang team. Pag may nakikita na mamamatay,
looked at the top lane, I saw and I realized that...
Not to discount the fact that Indonesia did have a lot of good plays against Team PH. A lot of times, they were able to secure multiple kills on the Philippine representatives that almost, if only they secured the objectives, would have costed the game for the Philippines. But with just that show player over the top side, preventing anybody from backing out, that was beautiful. And here we see Villa, even though they're...
IQ these players have.
And Putra tried to stop that cannon minion from going in, but fortunately he did get eliminated, and that is going to be game number 1. The story is going to continue. Game 1 in favor of Team Philippines. Indonesia still has a lot to go for here. A lot of things to change, to switch up. What do you think is going to be the strategy here for Indonesia?
Okay, so just no awareness, honestly, because in the draft they're strong. They have the early up until the mid game. It just so happened that they got baited. The ultimates and, like what I said, the skills and the ultimates got used to for just those 2 tanks, and that is something that, of course, a Harith and a Hellcourt will utilize or enjoy on. So I guess play a bit smarter, even though they already play smart, and yeah, just don't let Team PH split push. Also, to the people out there that did not trust Team PH's draft, I have a feeling you guys need to trust the country's representatives more.
Yeah, and of course for our Indonesian fans that are also watching the game, trust in your Indonesian representatives too, because that is going to be game 1. This is a best of 5 series. Game 2 is coming right up, and I believe we are going to be taking a short break. When we come back, game 2 of this gold medal match between Philippines and Indonesia is going to be commenced. Once again, this is the 30th Southeast Asian Games Mobile Legends Bang Bang Discipline, and we have been your shoutcasters. I'm Nomad.
And I am Hugo.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Charging towards the capital. Disaster.
Of enemy heroes. Then, she will hit the weaknesses of the enemies, dealing burst damage. Passive. Tiger Pace. Wan reveals the weakness and the position of enemy heroes when attacking enemies with her hidden weapons. She deals extra damage according to the target's max HP when hitting their weaknesses with her hidden weapons. The damage she deals will increase if she hits all the weaknesses of the target. Wan can move a short distance when she throws a sleeve dart. The speed of this movement scales with the attack speed. Since she could move a short distance after attacking, she can easily dodge damage from the enemies and poke them while dealing damage. First skill, Swallow's Path. Wan throws a fire swallow in a designated direction, dealing physical damage to enemies along the path and triggering Tiger Pace. Every once in a while, Wan retrieves a swallow dagger from the fire swallow, dealing physical damage to enemies in its path and slowing them. The Swallow Dagger will deal more damage if it hits needles in flowers. Wan removes all the control effects from herself immediately and releases deadly needles to nearby enemies, dealing physical damage. The ability of removing all the control effects greatly increases Wan's chances of survival in battle. Ultimate Crossbow of Tom. Wan activates the crossbows and shoots arrows at enemies continuously. Each arrow deals physical damage. When Wan activates her ultimate, she becomes invincible. After Wan fires arrows continuously and kills an enemy hero, she will search for another target to attack, activating her crossbows for several extra seconds and increasing her attack rate. When Wan takes back her crossbows, dealing burst damage. She could deal massive damage while dodging the enemy's attack. Then, she seizes the right timing to activate Swallow's Path. To stun enemies, she activates Crossbow of Tom to kill the targets quickly. Swallow's Path. To stun enemies, she activates Crossbow of Tom to kill the targets quickly and destroy the enemy's lineup during the following attacks. Finally, Wan utilizes Tiger Pace again to move and reap. And that's our new hero, Wan. Pick her up for 599 diamonds or 32,000 battle points with a 30% off discount in her launch week. Don't miss out. Want to know more strategies for Wan? Stay tuned for the Hero Guide and Road to Mythic available in the Land of Dawn.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
I do what I want.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
With war raging on, our home. Killing spree!
Kill them all! Take no prisoners!
30th Southeast Asian Games Mobile Legends Bang Bang Discipline. Of course, we are going to be your Shackcats. I'm Nomad.
And I am Miku. We're gonna jump into Game 2 in a bit, but now, Philippines, they were able to bag 1 point, 1 game. This is a best of 5, so first team to get 3 points will get the gold medal.
And of course, the draft is starting right now below our faces. Masha Kaja is going to be banned here. And of course, a Grok and a Ling.
Exburg Open, most likely that could be the first pick for Team PH. That's going to go immediately to Villa. Harith Open, Cho Open, let's see. Yeah, those are the usuals.
Harith Kufra, actually.
Oh yeah, Kufra. Oh yeah, Kufra wasn't banned in Game 1, but no teams took him.
Yeah, they didn't go for the priority Kufra pick here, but yeah, he is available. Indonesia wasn't able to secure that, but now they are going to go for the Kufra. As well as Esmeralda taking that away from Philippines, but hey, they have a Harith. A Kimi or a Gushin? What do you want?
Kagura, most likely. I think Kagura for me. Zask? Really? Are they messing with us? Anyway, they could opt for a tank this early on. I mean, Grok got banned. Yeah, of course, Baksha. What was I thinking? Cho and Baksha. For the second pick rotations for Team PH.
They're saving their mages for later on. They're still going to be waiting on Indonesia to determine what their pick is going to be. Because more often than not, if you pick an Esmeralda and a Kufra, that's already your main cards, so to speak. And any additional hero pickups here is going to be
that's just basically going to help on to Esmeralda and Kufra. Thumbs being picked up by Indonesia.
One of the good examples of a good pick. Gonna go for the bans here. Would probably ban that Claude, because Claude has been a big problem in game number 1. Not as much, but he was still constantly dealing a lot of damage. But at the same time, it's gonna be Indonesia going for the first pick here after the second ban phase.
I believe that in game 1, you did mention that Claude was able to dish a lot of damage, but he was just waiting way too long to actually jump in and use the Blazing Duet.
Yeah, if the fight near the Lord area was with Claude and Blazing Duet was done properly right in the middle, could have been a completely different thing, and especially the Purify that wasn't used properly. Because on the bottom lane when he was dueling against Cho, that was Villa's Cho. He pressed the Purify before Way of the Dragon.
Yeah.
He was anticipating the Way of the Dragon way too early, but it is what it is.
He had visitors.
A ban on Kimi and Carry here for Indonesia and Philippines respectively. Potentially going to be a Gushin pick. Oh no, not a Gushin. A Granger pick, yeah.
Still lacking a bit of CC for Team Philippines. They only have the last Insanity coming in from Xborg. They could go with Claude again if they want to, but no, hovering over that Granger and most probably locking that in.
That is going to be stealing the Granger away from the Philippines, which means a Mage and a Marksman is going to be picked up here. A Kadita being picked up by Team Philippines, potentially.
Hovering over Ifaramis, Aurora. Yeah, they're taking their sweet time thinking about this.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Kagura, I believe, yeah. First, gonna lock that in, and maybe Bruno.
Bruno.
Are they gonna lock that in? I think so. Yeah, okay. That's probably gonna be a Bruno.
It is going to be a Bruno pick now. What's going to be Indonesia's answer to this Bruno? Because Bruno, as soon as he reaches the mid-game, as soon as he gets 2 core items, he should be online, no problem.
Easy easy. But of course, when it comes to a Bruno versus Granger fight, damage still onto the side of Granger. Bruno just needs to get as much protection as he can. And last pick for Team Indonesia will be an Akai, just to get that Hurricane Dance and be able to pin 2, 3 people. And that's going to be the ideal setup for Esmeralda's Falling Star Moon.
Things are not looking good for the Philippine side here. Indonesia, again, they have a good composition. The Philippines, some would argue that it was a lucky stroke of genius from their side being able
I wouldn't say lucky, come on.
No. Being a lucky stroke of genius, why deciding to just go for the split push, we'll try to not have them go back home. You know, some may argue that, some may argue that it was pure genius on the side of our Philippine representatives, but game 2 is what matters here. Whoever wins this is going to be a match point, and it's time to smash them, everybody. We are live. Game number 2 between the Philippines and Indonesia in the gold medal match of the 30th Southeast Asia Games Mobile Legends Bang Bang Discipline.
Yep, that is true. So again, PH up on 1 game. What will Team Indonesia do? What kind of adjustments will they be able to do right now? Castro Mayor. Oh, it wasn't Villas Granger. It was Castro Mayor. Not Villas Exborg. It was Castro Mayor's Exborg.
Well,
Changes. But yeah, we have seen Castro Mayor use Exborg in day 2, if I'm not mistaken.
and of course, it's going to be pretty standard here. Buffs are going to be taken left and right.
It's gonna get their respective buffs, and I guess Nepomuceno used that Kagura because Esmeralda, of course, he knows how to play Esmeralda, so he does know the threat that it can impose and the amount of damage that it can just slap on your face. So they opted for a mage that will dish out damage at a safe distance.
Of course, that is the Kagura. Crab is going to be secured by Nepomuceno here, despite the steal attempt from Gustian and Firdaus. And over the bottom lane, actually, a bit of a scuffle there with a lot of people, a lot of bodies here. Red One trying to secure this Crab for him. His own fire missile is going to be committed.
Farago armor already down for Castromaya right here, but he is still trying to zone these 2 people out. Esmeralda already on level 4.
That's going to be secured as well. The Crab on the side of Esmeralda giving a lot of money onto their Indonesia. Once again, somewhat in the lead, 500 and 400 gold lead here. Not much, but if they keep securing objectives left and right, keep securing jungle minions, it could be a completely different story.
Turtle already up. That's going to be up for grabs for these 2 teams. Stomps just lurking there at the bot lane, while Granger is alone at the top lane. Villa gonna do that face check, says hello to Kufra immediately.
Cameraman kind of getting confused there with what to look at, but there is a big engagement over at the top side there.
I think that was because of Bruno, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was Bruno Castromayor low on HP. He's going to be forced to back off here. Vila's going to go back down to the lane. Firdaus is actually camping the top side.
No one's still trying to eye that. Oh wait, Team Indo already lurking onto the side of the turtle area. Nice flicker out from Villa right there. Prediction though.
The prediction game is strong. While that's happening, Turtle's going to be started off by the Philippines. Indonesia going to try to go for a steal here. But Anon doing a good job just zoning Putra out. But that is going to be the reset here for the Turtle.
Can I just say that you can feel the tension from these 2 teams right now? Like you don't know when will a team fight actually emerge. Here they're trying to eye that buff.
That's insanity being committed by Indonesia here. By Castro Mayor, I mean, onto Indonesia.
Gonna be
HPs! There goes the Yin Yang overturn.
But immediately got taken out by 2 kills. And here Archangel decides to join the party, but the thumbs on got on Inferno mode. Able to sustain himself real quick. Nice play from Nepomuceno, but he was a tad bit too deep because Bataanon was not in his area. Yeah, Bataanon in your area.
That was a 1-4-2 trade in favor of Indonesia. Not much of a loss here for the Philippines. They did manage to secure the kill onto Esmeralda, but while that's happening, bottom lane is going to be sieged up by Julianto. Going to try to stop the minions from coming in. Julianto's forcing him out of his lane. Firdaus kind of in a bad spot. Last insanity, bringing down Firdaus down to half HP. Fire stakes and missiles going to be more than enough to secure the kill. Nepomuceno secures a kill. On to Firdaus. Putra barely makes it out alive.
Gushin decides to jump in, but immediately gets slammed by the first kill out. This Baksha, he's being boxed in. Casamayor still trying to torch him out. Will this Granger be able to get away? Of course, Falling Star is going to be used right there. Bataan receiving a lot of damage, but will he be able to sustain himself? Looks like the answer will be no.
And Casamayor started up the turtle, but he has to fall back here. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Villa and Julianto going to go for a big of a fight here. Tan's going to be kicked away by that Wave the Dragon. Going to try to play it safe. Mid lane is going to be sieged up by Indonesia, but there is going to be a big rotation onto Villa here over to the bottom lane because Esmeralda is there. Does have Falling Star Moon, does not have Falling Star Moon available. Actually, now Falling Star Moon just came out of cooldown. Villa's going to be forced back here. And that's going to be this bottom lane turret going down in favor of Indonesia.
Team PH already positioning themselves at the turtle area. Bottom lane being taken out like what you said.
Firdaus charging up his Tyrant's Rage there. Gets the knock up with a bouncing ball, but not going to be enough. He's going to be fairly dead, so to speak, but he manages to make it out before Arcangel secures a kill. Bataanon, he's going to be in danger. No last insanity is available anymore because that has been committed. Bruno's going to be eliminated there from the fight. Putra going to be taken out by Bataanon, but actually makes it out alive. Jumps back in.
A bit of an overcommit, but that's okay. It happens. Bruno, if I'm not mistaken, he is slowly ramping up the damage. The team Indonesia saw that Arcangel has a huge amount of damage, so they decided to just target him. And while I was speaking, Nepomuceno able to get a kill there at the top lane.
That was a yin-yang overturn as well. Last Insanity will bring Ridwan down to half HP, secures the turtle, but pays for the price. Casamayor and Nepomuceno are taken out.
Do you think that was worth it? Look at the damage from Villa right here. Putra forced to use 1,000 Pounder just so he can make it out of there alive.
Blade of Despair picked up by Gustian. He's going to be hurting anytime soon now. So far, in terms of map control, Indonesia has a control. First lane of towers are down. Opens up the jungle fairly well in their favor. They can start stealing XP and gold from the jungle minions in the side of the Philippine representatives here. Firdaus will not be able to seal that up.
No buffs or no steals for you, sir, but it was secured by Bataanon instead of Arcangel. Just to most likely secure that jungle creep. Casamayor, oh no, he got slammed in by the Kufra. Kufra immediately on bouncing ball mode, and looks like they're gonna
Falling Star move.
Setup for
There's one half HP. Yin-Yang Overturn is available, but Firdaus going to be able to take down Nepomuceno, but that is a Yin-Yang Overturn committed on to that Esmeralda. Here goes the Fire 6, picking off Firdaus there, as well as the last Insanity. Going to be more than enough to take down Firdaus, but he actually manages to survive, and that's going to be the Immortality popped here onto Casamayor. Not a lot of damage there. This is going to go down. It is a 1-4-3 trade. Now Philippines in not a good standing here. Putra going to try to go over the blender to the 1,000 Pounder to try to stun Arcangel, but that's not going to happen. Julianto will go for the 1,000 Pounder onto the Hurricane Dance, though.
And here in the top lane, the Kagura 1v2 Kufra jumps straight onto Nepomuceno's face, immediately on bouncing ball mode, but looks like Bataanon decides to join the party use for a skill. Kufra using his ultimate, but will he be able to sustain? Looks like the answer will be no. Esmeralda using a Falling Star Moon, double kill coming over to this Granger, and Snowball that Team Indonesia has right now is very strong, but not too late for Team PH. They could go and attempt another split push or just go with pickoffs and slowly take out the turrets.
It is a 5,000, 6,000 gold lead here for Indonesia. The win condition I'm seeing here for Team Philippines is that they need to give Arcangel space. He needs to farm up in order for him to start dealing thousands of crit damage onto the Indonesian lineup. Wave the Dragon's going to be committed to a kick Julianto back, but that's going to be the Falling Star Moon. Good reaction here by Red One.
gotta commend him for that. But Alan Casamayor, of course, here they come. But Julianto was able to jump away and like sticker, just to like a fadeaway.
And now Indonesia secures the tier 2 turrets in the top and the bottom lane. Oh, the top lane, I'm sorry.
Next objective gonna be up in 76 seconds. Ooh, hindi pa masaya got thunder, but of course he was able to jump away. Wow, Buja's the one that's standing! Whoa there. Just gonna say that.
And Julianto is gonna try to push this out. Fire missile is gonna be used to deter everybody else. Firdaus charging up. The Tyrant's raised there a bit too far back. Might actually cost him the game. Secures the kill. Bruno Arcangel securing another kill for himself. Picks up the Raptors machete.
They
and this
need
mid
to
lane
give
is going
Bruno
to take it
an
out.
opening. Come on, man. You got this with another mid lane turret being taken out. And Nepomuceno receiving a lot of damage from that Granger's Rhapsody.
And Red 1 and Putra going to be here on the top lane securing that buff, giving it to Esmeralda. And that's going to be giving a lot more damage on that Esmeralda as well as mana regen.
So we split pushing on the top lane. Remember that, guys, while Indonesia is just trying to put a hold onto the base of Team Philippines. Esmeralda going over to the top side. I think she used Falling Star move, but she on the top lane right now. But Killing Spree coming over from the thumbs, able to take out that Kagura.
Oh, gets nice stun. Able to give Vilya a lot of time to survive there. But he's going to be paying the price, Batanon.
Esmeralda 6-2-2 at the moment, and we will see the itemizations in a bit.
Putra is standing
doing the Bataanon thing.
The Bataanon. 1,000 pounder and blender connects. That's going to be the Hurricane Dance as well. Goes for the last standing in order to move up and away from Indonesia, but he's going to go down. Castro Mayor is not in a good spot here, Team Philippines. They're sieging up Indonesia. One big fight is what the Philippines need here to turn things around.
I believe so. They need to get at least 4 people and maybe even a wipeout if they can.
And that is the Falling Star Moon, secured by Red 1.
Goodness me.
Vilya's going to go down as well. This is systematic from Indonesia.
And Lord is marching at the mid lane. And now, this is the opening that Team Indonesia needed. That's not like the VUs right there as well. But Putra making sure that no one will come near the base. Will Indonesia be able to get game 2? And looks like they did. Team Indonesia able to tie out the scores with a 1-1.
A 1-1 scoreline. We have ourselves a series here. We are going to be going on game 3 in just a bit. But that was just masterclass for Indonesia. They were able to systematically take down the primary damage dealers here for Team PH before they secure any objectives. And even before that, they managed to secure more objectives than Team PH. As we hop on to the replays here to just look how the Philippines were struggling against Indonesia.
I guess it has something to do with, like what you said, the Cooper and the Esmeralda. After they picked those 2 cores or those 2 very good heroes, everyone else is just at the back line and just going to be supporting these 2. And Granger was able to go online a tad bit faster than Bruno. Let me just say this. Bruno is a okay pick. We have seen teams pull off the Bruno marksman pick. It just so happened that Team PH wasn't able to give an opening to this Bruno, and again, Granger with those bang bang bangs.
Yeah, smart calls for Indonesia to actually pick up some of the primary heroes here for the Philippines, especially Granger being a stolen away for the Philippines. They were stuck with the Bruno, and just like what she said, the Bruno has a win condition in which Bruno needs to at least farm up until the 15th minute mark. That's when he's going to be most effective, especially if he has 3-4 core items in his pocket. But that didn't come because Indonesia was very aggressive in making sure that they won't have any good bearings in this fight. Even the perfect sets from the Philippines are not enough. But Game 3 is going to be a completely different story here. Everybody is now even. We are back to a best of 3.
1-1. Best of 3?
Again.
Okay, I guess because he got 1-1. Anyway, so I also noticed that Nepomuceno, he had a good Kagura pick. It just so happened that he was being targeted again and again and again by the Esmeralda. And in that last clash, if he wasn't eliminated, I believe Team PH could have won the next clash.
Yeah, and that is going to be it for us for now. Game number 2 was just finished. Indonesia ties the series 1-1, and we are going to be going on to Game 3 later on here at the 30th Southeast Asian Games Mobile Legends Bang Bang Discipline. And of course, we have been your shoutcaster, Zion Nomad.
And I am Nico.
We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Our roots are old and new. Our stories, joyful echoings of bonds, forged strong and true. Together we're universe. We are a future world. Yes, we compete, but the greatest feat is when we win. We stand today, opponents. We strive to bring home pride, and yet our power when combined. What do we dream of? What makes us rise up? What shakes us? What moves us to never give up? Some may have little, and others have more. We empty ourselves, so others may see. We can cheer from the sidelines or run the game. No need to keep score. Our team's one and the same. We are Team Pilipinas with our torch shining bright. This is our home court. We fight the fight. We are Team Pilipinas. We step up to the
and no one else. We call it bayanihan when we lift each other up, forget our own pursuits. It's all about what we're giving back. Lay down your time and treasure, for this is our allegiance. We winners for no matter what our gender, race, religion. We stand by each other in defeat or victory. We volunteer, give our all, this is our history.
What do we dream of? What makes us rise up? What shakes us? What moves us to never give up? Some may have little, and others have more. We empty ourselves so others may soar. We can cheer from the sidelines or run the game. No need to keep score. Our team's one and the same. We are Team Filipinas with a torch shining bright. This is our home. We fight the good fight. We are Team Filipinas. We step up to the plate. We all come together to finish the race. We are Team Filipinas. We are Team Filipinas. When we need a timeout and we get off track, free stars in the sun help find our way back. When we're down to the count, there's no giving up. We raise up each other till we all reach the top. And cheer from the sidelines or run the game. No need to keep score. Our team's one and the same. We are Team Filipinas with a torch shining bright. This is our home court. We fight the good fight. We are Team Filipinas. We step up to the plate. We all come together to finish the race.
We all come together, the best version of ourselves. So when it's when we work, it's one is us and no one else. We call it bayanihan when we lift each other up, forget our own pursuits. It's all about what we're giving back. Lay down your time and treasure, for this is our allegiance. We winners for no matter what our gender, race, religion. We stand by each other in defeat or victory. We volunteer, give our all, this is our history.
what moves us to never give up. Some may have little, and others have more. We empty ourselves, so others may soar. We can cheer from the sidelines or run the game. No need to keep score. Our team's one and the same. We are Team Pilipinas with our torch shining bright. This is our home court. We fight the good fight. We are Team Pilipinas. We step up to the plate. We all come together to finish the race. We are Team Pilipinas. We are Team Pilipinas. We need a timeout and we get off track. 3 stars and the sun help find our way back. When we're down to the count, there's no giving up. We raise up each other till we all reach the top. And cheer from the sidelines or run the game. No need to keep score. Our team's one and the same. We are Team Pilipinas with our torch shining bright. This is our home court. We fight the good fight. We are Team Pilipinas. We step up to the plate. We all come together to finish the race.
We all come together, the best version of ourselves. So when it's what we work as one, it's us and no one else. We call it bayanihan when we lift each other up. Forget our own pursuits, it's all about what we're giving back. Lay down your time and treasure, for this is our allegiance. We winners for no matter what our gender, race, religion. We stand by each other in defeat or victory. We volunteer, give our all, this is our history.
And we are back. You guys are still watching the SEA Games 2019. We are going to load into Game 3 in a bit. So Team Indonesia, they were able to score a game from the Team Philippines and are able to tie things out with a 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1, and we are entering Game 3. It's going to be the decision maker here, because whoever wins this is going to be a match point, and they are only one win away from securing the gold medal, but that is going to be a big question on everybody's mind. Who is going to be taking away the gold medal here? Because Philippines has been playing really good, as well as Indonesia. This is deserving of a gold medal matchup, and we are seeing the drafts right now here at the bottom portion of your screen. Still going to be Akasha, Esmeralda band here, a Ling, and a Mosh band here for Philippines.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a best of 5. You guys see the gold medal match BO5. Harith, the first pick for Team Indonesia. And of course, they picked a Grok and a Hovrencho. Gonna be a Granger. Most likely it's gonna be a Granger. And for the Philippine side, they have an X-Borg and a Kufra. They could go, oh no, Esmeralda got banned. Baksha, maybe? Or secure a mage for Nepomuceno.
I have reservations about the Basha pick. Not as effective as we wanted to, but still, Basha is an effective hero. not on the hands of the Philippines so far. If they want to go for a Basha, they could go. So they could go for it. But securing a Lunox wouldn't be a bad. Kufra is more than enough as an initiator, and I feel like that was what was missing on the Philippines side during game number 2. They were missing an initiator here, and now they do have the Kufra. Potential bans here. What do you think is going to be coming up?
They need to ban out a tank, so most likely Baksha, if they want to, or if they want to just limit the tank pool for Team Philippines, they could. Oh, they actually went and banned a carry. They're limping Arcangel just so he won't be able to get any of his comfort heroes.
There is still Claude open, and the Philippines will be picking this up, picking up the first pick after the second ban phase. The Bruno wasn't as effective as they wanted to begin with, so that's how
it was a good try though, and we saw a situation where Bruno could have fit. Again, like what we said after game 2, it just so happened that they weren't able to give any opening or good farm to Bruno as compared to what Ranger has. Philippines banning out the Thoughts and hovering over HO, most likely gonna go to Villa again.
Yeah.
So this could be a Castomayor X-Borg.
That is going to be the third show in a row for the Philippines. Terizla and the Nakai being picked up by Indonesia, though. These are very, very chunky heroes here.
Akai.
And they do lock them in.
Team is
Primary damage dealers here are going to be on the Harith and on the Granger. It's actually a smart call to ban out the carry, because carry has the true damage and it's going to be melting through any tank. And they did pick up the Terizla and Nakai, so this is going to be hard for the Philippines to pick up here.
Who do you think could they lock in now, though? Hovering over the Claude? I mean, yeah, that works.
Consistent DPS is not bad, especially if the Blazing Duet comes in, but they are hovering over another Bruno. Grid City is where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. Bruno is going to be the final pickup here for the Philippines. Of course, it's going to be an Arcangel Bruno.
Ooh, Bataanon. Now gonna use that Kufra. So let's see which tank will be the one that will stand in front of his opponents here for Game 3. Again, guys, do not forget to share the live stream, tag your friends, tell them that this is the Grand Finals. If you're rooting for Team Indonesia, show them the love that they deserve. And if you're rooting for Team Philippines, show them the love and support as well.
And of course, in the 38th Southeast Asian Games, hashtag we win as one, because this has been a revolutionary step in sports history. And we are going to be moving on to Game 3 in just a bit. But, prediction time.
till the enemy reaches the battle.
For team, this is me speaking as a caster and not as someone from the Philippines. I would have to go with Team Indonesia, but I would love for Team Philippines to prove me wrong. I would love to see that they will be able to pull off their draft. I mean, it just so happened that, look at this, they have a Harith, a Grok, and the CC for Days again, and the Granger. If he is able to mirror his performance from Game 2, it's gonna spell hard for the blue side.
And that is, it kind of rings true to me as well. But hey, it's still the early game here in the game between Philippines and Indonesia. This is going to be the gold medal match. Whoever wins this is only one win away. And of course, still going to be playing pretty safe, both of these sides. No signs of aggression from both sides, except for the bottom lane, though.
Ooh, 3 people actually rotating over to the bot lane and boxing in that Granger. First blood coming over to Team Philippines, and Casomayor seeing a lot of damage as well, but he does have Raga armor. He does not mind being there at the front line. Gustian forced to use that Rhapsody and just finish with a Rondo.
And both Crab Gold are going to be secured by the Philippines as well. A very aggressive start here for them, and a very aggressive fight here over to the bottom lane. It is a 3-man heavy presence here.
Right, so good start for Arcangel, able to get the first blood and a bot lane Crab.
Nice 1,000-pounder onto the blender.
But he was able to get away. He did not get taken out there. Oh, I thought I was gonna hit, but apparently that Sonata being committed onto that X-Borg. Not enough X-Borg able to back away. If the last bullet did not miss X-Borg could have died there.
Yeah, and so far, Philippines is edging out against the Indonesian reps here. Gets another kill there. On to Granger.
Good start. Good start.
Yes, sir, for Philippine Reds. Especially the first blood actually went to Bruno.
Is this a bait? I don't think it's a bait, but I guess the Pupusedo could try and reset the turtle.
And it has a lot of bodies going to the turtle pit. Of course, crucial objective, XP, gold, and bonus attack damage. Of course, the bonus attack damage is going to be needed. On to Nepomuceno on that Lunox.
Good and stable start for Team Philippines. Slow and steady wins the race. As they say, Fearless trying to target Nepomuceno and the nice Guardian Sparrow coming in from Putra, but it's a tad a bit too late. It's not like the bees as well, but hitting no one. Gushen did try to target that Lunox, but no, not today, sir. And now Team Philippines is applying consistent pressure here at the bot lane.
Yeah, they're trying to stop the minion waves from pushing in towards their own minion waves there. While that's happening over the top lane, Villa and Julianto in a fight. Of course, Julianto is going to be edging out from that show. Already down to half HP. Rock falls down by the hands of the Philippine reps there. Stealing
Bot
a lot
lane,
of
though.
kills. Yeah, bot lane. Kind of a deep dive here. Firdaus goes for the Hurricane Dance. Stuns too, actually.
But no takedowns. No one got deleted. So that is a more breathing time for Team PH. They wanted to get the buff, but can they contest this though?
Yes, that is going to be secured by Granger. No contestants going to be possible, but that's going to be the first Tier 1 turret going down in favor of the Philippines.
And Putra just trying to protect his teammates as much as he can. Granger is using Death Sonata as frequently as he can, or the moment it goes up. So that is something that Team PH can capitalize on. 1v1, but Villa wins that duel, able to take out the Charizla.
Yeah, the penalty zone was committed there, but while that's happening, Firdaus goes into the back lines, goes for the Hurricane Dance, but that is not going to be enough. That last insanity is not going to be enough to take down the members here of the Indonesian squad.
I like the discipline from Chill right here. Just like in Game 1, he is just focused on getting the objectives. It's difficult, of course, for the early parts because full-on 4v5s, but if they will be able to give them the space, it's going to spell really good for them.
Turtle is going to be spawning over the top side. Another objective that the Indonesians have to take here as the Philippines are now ahead in the gold 3,000. Villa is standing around.
He got taken out, but he didn't really do anything there. Did he not mind being killed? Are there any other objectives or plans or gangs that we do not know about?
That shouldn't be the case, but the last insanity is going to bring a lot of HPs down. Overcommitting onto Redwan here. He's going to be paying the price there. The Pomoceno will be able to take down Putra.
Maybe they just wanted to secure the turtle. That's why two people down in the bot lane. Villa did not move, he did not mind, but wait. Akari used 1,000-pounder to jump straight onto Archangel's face, but damaged the crits from this Bruno. You can slowly see them now.
Slowly but surely building up that crit stack. Of course, not as effective in the early game just yet. He is currently sitting on a 1-0. The Pomoceno is going to be caught off guard here. Order Brill is going to be given his Zama Force as well to secure the kill.
That was a bit of bad positioning coming in from the Pomoceno, but it could have been worth it. But it just so happened that Casamayor or Bataanon was not able to get there just in time. But commend to Indonesia right there. The Guardians just thought he can get a kill, but it was too late here. The middle lane though, Nepomuceno tried to target this. There is the penalty zone going to be used, but it did not connect onto anyone. Harrod says hello. Lunox used Order of Brilliance to try and get away, and he was able to do so.
That was a bit dangerous. Order of Brilliance and Last Insanity to get away. That's a sign that they're struggling against this Indonesian lineup. They had the early game. They had the lane priority, but now Indonesia is taking back control, map control. Here goes the Hurricane Dance connecting onto Lunox. Goes for the Order of Brilliance. Turret is going to get taken down. Redwan goes for the Zama Force. Last Insanity onto Redwan. Redwan is going to go down, but he has an Nepomuceno, and they're going to be forced to disengage here, but Julianto's going to be on the backside. Does have the penalty zone available, but he does not want to commit that just yet. Top lane turret is going to be pushed out. They need to start pushing that lane up towards the side of Indonesia. But while that's happening, mid lane, Bataan and Pumuseno in a 2v3. Make that a 4v2 because Julianto is going to be there. But
That was a 2-for-2 trade.
2-for-2 trade plus a turret equalizes everything here in the mid lane. And they will go for the kill here onto Ridwan. They're doing what they can to stay in this game. The Philippines are still pretty much in this game. We are 9 minutes into the game. Bruno is slowly but surely starting to hurt.
Yes, that is true. Space created, and they were able to just give Bruno the time that he needs. This could be pretty good for Team PH, actually. Just give Bruno the proper positioning, the ones that they were not able to give him in Game 2, and he's just gonna, those soccer balls, they will hurt a lot.
They do hurt, indeed. It's still a tough call. It's still a tough call.